Hey guys, what's up? And what am I doing? What was that little wink thing I just did? Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to my channel. I'm Miley. So I have been a little bit of a procrastinator. What else is new? Back in early October, I took a good amount of commissioned artwork jobs, and I have been pushing them off for, well, until now. Oops. So since I have all of these paintings that I really need to get done, I thought I would take this opportunity to make a video showing you guys my commissioned artwork process and also adding in some tips and tricks on how to be a more efficient artist. That is what I'm going to be doing. I think I have like 7 paintings I have to do, all very different sizes as well. So without further ado, I really need to get started now.
So when I sit down and have to do a commissioned piece, or in this case several commissioned pieces, the setup is very important to me. I find to keep myself in the groove or to get myself in the creative groove, I have to make it so that I don't have to get up. I go over the painting, pick out the main brushes I'm going to need. I make sure I have tons of coffee and a little bit of water. Put on a podcast and it's time to get started. The first painting I'm doing is a little 8x10 painting of a lake house, and yes, let's jump straight into my first tip. Don't take the time to sketch out your painting. I could take the time to sit down and painstakingly figure out where everything is in this picture, but why would I do that when there's a faster and better way to get the exact sketch on my canvas? I cover the back of the picture in charcoal and then go over all the lines I think I need to get started on the painting. I'll even draw little blobs of where shadows and highlights are. I definitely used to be ashamed that I did this, but I now have been doing commissioned art on the side for a little over 10 years now, and honestly, I've just learned to get over it. I'm not trying to be the next Bob Ross, and people are paying for a painting, not the sketch, and the quicker I can get to the painting portion, the quicker I can get the painting done and get it to a client. The next tip I have is once you do have the sketch done, jump right in with color and get the whole canvas covered with color as quickly as possible. This took me a long time to figure out. I used to really take my time with the first layer of paint, but then I realized by the second, third, fourth layer, it really doesn't matter what your first layer looks like. Let's jump ahead because I can't reveal all my secrets on the first painting. When it comes to distant foliage, I make a bunch of blobby dots using yellows, greens, browns, black, and then pick a few key areas I want to have a little bit more distinct details, but then keep the rest of it blurred out. Let's sign the sky and move on to the next painting where we have nothing but distant foliage. Bringing me to my next tip. This isn't necessarily a tip for working faster, but more staying motivated. If I have a whole bunch of paintings to get done, I like to start with the smallest paintings because they don't take as long and I get the satisfaction of crossing something off my to-do list a bit quicker. I think it's that whole concept of having a bunch of small goals to reach your big goal. This painting is a set that is supposed to go with the first painting. The girl that reached out to me was going back and forth on whether she wanted her lake house or the lake itself painted, and I suggested instead of one big painting, I could break them up and do 2 smaller paintings so that she didn't have to choose. And I think I'm about to say something super cliche, but make sure you enjoy what you're working on. I personally like doing smaller paintings, so anytime I can push somebody towards a set of paintings over one big painting, I know I'm going to enjoy it more and be more excited to work on it and get it done quicker. For this next painting, I really like painting on non-traditional surfaces. About 4 months ago, I got really into painting on different wood palettes. I mean, really into it. And this next painting is a farm, and I thought this wood palette would match the theme perfectly. For my next tip, I use my phone for everything. Once I finish getting all the first layers of paint down as quick as possible, I use my phone to zoom in on very specific areas of a picture. I will hyper-focus on a small area until I get it just right and then move on to the next section. I find using the digital version of the picture and zooming in helps me make better sense of what's happening in each area a lot quicker. Also, on my phone, I can edit a picture, so if there is a specific area that I don't know what's happening, I can change the contrast or the saturation. This helps me understand exactly what details to get and how to layer the paint and what colors to use. Okay, we are done with landscapes. The last 2 paintings in this video, just like the first 2, are a set. And let's jump ahead. We have the sketch, we put down our first layer of paint, and now here is my last tip. It involves using my phone again. I use the camera to make sure I get all of my shadows and highlights in just the right area. Using the camera pulls your perspective back, and this hack has always helped me see things a bit more clearly. I've been doing this little hack ever since I started drawing and painting. I'll even go so far as to take the original picture and in an editing app, edit the original photo next to the painted photo. That way I can really analyze and make sure everything's in just the right area. And this client wanted to add a Bible verse to each painting that she picked out, and I unfortunately don't have a tip for better penmanship. I am not a calligraphist. I just take my time and do the best I can. And to finish each painting, I use my camera once more and just go over everything, making sure I am pleased with how everything looks, and then the painting is finished. And this brings us to my last painting. I know in the intro I said I had 7 paintings, and I do have 7 paintings, but could only get 5 done for this video. Even with my quick tips, this was still a lot of painting. I really think anyone could do what I do. With these hacks, it makes painting quite easy. That is how for several years now I've tricked people into thinking I'm artistic when really I'm just creating my own version of paint by numbers. And with this final signature, that completes my last painting. I really like how each one of these paintings turned out, and I sent photos to each client, and all of them love the paintings. And if they're happy, I'm happy. And I'm also very happy to finally cross these off my to-do list. I hope you liked this video and hope some of these tips and tricks help you with your painting. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button so that you know when I post, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!